this next set of printing activities, we're going to continue with our exploration of circles. We'll introduce some larger shapes, the semicircles, the wedges, and some smaller circles. We're going to stick with the repetition, working with a grid. So I think this enables us to relax into the printing process without having to worry too much about thinking where the stamp is going to go. So let's see what the potato looks like. As before, we put it on our ink pad. Give it a good press down to collect the ink on the surface of the stamp. We're going to transfer it to our paper by starting in the top left-hand corner and pushing it down. And repeat the process. Collect the ink, transfer it to the paper. And we're going to continue this across the top of the page. And these are a little reminiscent of the moon. Next time I'm going to select the semicircle. This is a repetition. We're going to mix it up a little bit to create a pattern. To collect the ink on the surface of the stamp, and then we're going to transfer it to the paper. And we're working in a grid so we can relax into the process of the printing without having to think too much about where our print is going to go. This time I'm going to print without adding ink, so I can see the colours start to fade and more of the details of the stamp come out. I'm going to repeat the first line so that we're creating a pattern. So it is a little reminiscent of the moon. When we think of things that are shaped as circles in the world around us, there are many things that we can name: sun, earth, moon, clocks, wheels, polka dots. Should we try them on the side this time? There we go. Following on from this activity, it is a pleasant exercise to start noticing these shapes in the world around us when we're going about our daily lives. This can really help with drawing because all the shapes are building blocks for what we see. They help us to notice, and then we can put them down on the paper. I think I'm going to call that one done. It's got quite a lot of energy, the way the ink changes. It's quite random in its shapes, but it's a unified pattern. Now, let's see if we can print a circle with the wedge shape. A bit broken circle, but joined up. So again, I'm going to keep this paper that I've been working on. The ink's gone through, but I'm going to add that. That adds something to the surface of the image, so I'm going to work with that. Let's see what happens if we print with a wedge. Let's get a nice bit of ink on there. Now, to anchor this shape, it's good to use the centre of the circle as our guide and try and line up the point of your wedge with that centre, that imagined centre. So we're creating wedges, a little reminiscent of a lemon or a pizza or a wheel. Let's do another one. We're working in more of an abstract freeform pattern here. Abstract composition. It might be quite interesting. I think it would look quite strong if it was in a pattern, repetition pattern, but we're going to go with a more freeform abstract approach. Now they're all quite dark, so this one I'd like to not load up the stamp again, just keep spinning it round. So I'm getting some darker areas and some lighter areas. So it's creating an energy in the picture, giving it its own animation. Oh, that one went off key. Oh, that one's okay. Now these wheels, they're like wheels, aren't they? Almost broken circles, but still joined up. I'm going to do a few dots around as well. Now these are starting to remind me of flowers. They've got a lot of energy to them. They're like petals on the wind. So I'm going to find my green pencil, which is over here. I'm going to root them as flowers, with petals blowing in the wind. Give that a stalk. It's a windy day. These could be little poppies. Give them stalks. Give them a ground to grow from. It's a windy day. Let's have a few petals flying off. Create a bit of animation in the picture. Now these are 3 simple printing activities you might like to engage in or explore further. Using everyday objects helps you to explore without restraint. Then if you find yourself engaged with the process and you want to know more, you want to take it further, then you can find some amazing ready-made kits out there or make your own.